Two. Two conferences. It's a road game for the Trailblazers in this one. Here we go. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Back in Brooklyn, the Nets tip off the beginning of a homestand.
And the start of a brief homestand for them, and they have a chance, Kevin, to get some wins in front of the home fans before they get back out on the road.
Now here's Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. And Barrett slams it in.
R.J. Barrett right there playing with an edge. I want to see more of that from him.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada. R.J. Barrett is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attacker who loves to get downhill.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this game. What a treat we have tonight, Greg. These teams give us a glimpse into the future of the NBA.
No doubt about that. These are the guys that might eventually turn into the superstars that run the league. It's still very up and coming, but loads of talent on the floor in this one.
Daniels with it. Now Thomas defending. Pass to Siakam. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Now, here's Thomas. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Here's SGA. Opponents have had no luck trying to contain him. He's averaging a staggering 34 points a game. Now, here's Barrett. Here's Daniels. Pushes it down to finish the break.
And usually Daniels is the one starting the break with a steal, but he can do the heavy lifting on the other side of the play too.
Walker at the elbow. Lets it fly from 18. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
Here's SGA. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And forget the analytics. I'll take SGA from mid-range any day of the week.
Pass to Barrett. Inside. Walker in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. They grabbed their own miss. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
From deep, SGA. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And right there, you see the impact of Siakam's length. So tough to defend once he gets to his spot. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Here's Siakam. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Garland with it. Here's Thomas. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Thomas got his second basket of the night.
Inside, Cam Thomas really relies on his agility and touch to get it done.
SGA, no good.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Brooklyn trailing. It's blocked.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And SGA has got the ball here for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Hachimura the screen. A 3-ball. Portland grabs the miss. Down low. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jarris Walker. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Back to Kennard. Over Thomas. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
There's Thomas with the 3. Now SGA. Pass to Hachimura. Hits it from 3-point range.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Pass to Thomas. Latrey. That miss is his 4th this game. He's shooting 3 for 7 from the field. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Drummond the screen. Here's Kennard. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Trailblazers trailed by 3. There's the pick. Pulls from the top of the key. And he hits the jump shot.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Kennard for 3. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
There's Garland. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Rui Hachimura picks one up. And, Gia, you think about high skill level offensive players. Darius Garland near the very top of that list.
Well, the son of an NBA point guard in Winston Garland, Darius has been preparing for this level his entire life. And his offensive package is as polished as anyone.
To the middle. Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Just a textbook screen and roll right there, capped off by Gilgeous-Alexander and the brilliant feed.
Kennard for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
Hachimura, no good.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Garland with it. And Hachimura picks him up defensively.
With how well Garland scores it, in that pick and roll, the roller should always be open.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Misses the jumper.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Here's Garland. Nice move. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That is timing on the part of SGA, protecting that paint.
Robinson pulls it in. And so Garland will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. Outside, Sexton. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Now, beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hachimura. And that comes off the assist by SGA. Hachimura's got 6 points.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Here's Sexton. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. And here's Garland for three. Connects from three-point range.
You have to take Garland seriously at the arc. He is a talented shooter.
Pass to Kennard. And here is Hachimura. And Sexton over to help. Here's Walker. Sexton grabs the board. Trailblazers trail by 5. There's a screen by Robinson. This one for three. And it's sent back by Kessler. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. From 15 feet away. Again, the Nets for two.
And he had a good look. And Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Garland, no good. Nets leading by 7. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. It's stolen by Barrett. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Well, they're taking care of the ball on one end of the floor and then forcing mistakes on the other.
Trailblazers trailed by 7. And, Tim, it came out this past summer that the Trailblazers were for sale.
And with the entirety of the proceeds of that sale going to charitable causes, and with franchise value skyrocketing league-wide, a lot of good is going to come from this transfer.
Porter outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Watford. Outside for Thomas. Over Porter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just a persistent player. Even when you hit Thomas, he just stays in control on that shot.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Watford. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Watford's got it all tied up now for Portland. Here is Williams. Nothing on the board. That one goes in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
The Nets shooting their fifth free throw of the game here. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. 3-point lead. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Outside Thomas. Here's Sexton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sexton's got his second basket.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Kept alive. Outside Thomas. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And stolen by Daniels. Fires from 18. The kick out to Porter. Stolen by Walker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Nets with the lead. Outside Porter. Kessler the screen. And that one's good by Porter.
Each year, Porter just becomes more efficient and more deadly.
Pass to Watford. Lets the three fly. Brooklyn with the rebound. Porter with it. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Stolen by Walker. Portland moving the ball around. Poked away. Taken away by Williams. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trail Blazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Back to you, Kevin.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Thomas, no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. Outside Williams. To the paint. Kessler, no good. Now Sexton. They set the pick. Porter pulls it in. And here's Brooklyn. Pass to Kessler. Back to Siakam. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Nets lead by 5.
And Siakam always has options in the mid-range. He's a talented shooter who can make that shot.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Trailblazers trailed by 5. Pass to Barrett. Here's Mamu Kelishvili, covered by Siakam. Sexton's shot is good.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Kessler the screen. Porter outside. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Outside for Robinson. Pass to Garland. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Garland's got 8 points.
Garland striking back at the arc, putting his competitiveness on display.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see, and it came this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
For 3, Barrett. And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Nets. 4-point game. To the inside. Fader on the way. Again, the Nets for 2.
And the work ethic of Siakam, he's always making the effort to find looks out there.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Back to Robinson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that is his 3rd foul of the half. Now they've got to make a tough decision.
Brooklyn leading by 6. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
And that one's good by Porter.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Pass to Robinson. Onside, Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Garland, that's for 2. Kessler with the rebound. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And here's Porter. He's got 7. Williams for 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Here's Barrett. Good D by Siakam. The Nets on offense. They're outside. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
He better be careful now. That on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his third before the half ends.
And so, Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And Portland making a change here. Trailblazers trailed by 8. To the left side wing. Pass to Garland. They could use a bucket. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Sexton. They get it again. Hachimura. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests. But Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
Right wing. And a wide open look for Hachimura. And that comes off the assist by SGA.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
Top of the key, Watford. Out to the right wing. Back to Barrett. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. From deep, SGA. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
Pass to Hachimura. Now, here's Kennard. Trying to find Hachimura. Gets it to him. And the shot goes in. Hachimura's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets. Here's Barrett. There's the pick. Portland no good that time either.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And the dunk by SGA.
Oh, man, and the defense now sees SGA taking flight. It's just too much.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 8. Count it. Garland's got 5 points in the quarter. And we've reached halftime in this one. Nets lead by 7. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's Garland with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 7. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip.
Tremendous read by Barrett. He recognized coming out of that pick and roll who had the better shot.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the screen. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers trailed by 5. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He's covered by Hachimura. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
SGA from outside. Robinson pulls it in. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside Barrett. And he's good on the three ball. Barrett's got his third basket of the night.
If you give R.J. Barrett that kind of space, he's going to take the three every time.
Using his size out of the backcourt, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Pass to Barrett. And Thomas has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Takes the hit and still gets it to go.
And that's what separates Shea from other guards. He can absorb the contact inside and still finish.
It's Thomas on the wing. Back to Barrett. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 12. Pass to Hachimura. Clock at 6. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Back to Garland. Outside Thomas. For three, Barrett. Brooklyn with the rebound. SGA with the ball. Opponents have had no luck trying to contain him. He's averaging a staggering 44 points a game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Pass to Thomas. Looking to end the run. Second shot opportunity. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blown. It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good. Robinson. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before, for sure.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
The shot's good from Kennard.
It has certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Garland with it, and Hachimura picks him up defensively. Back to Garland. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. That one a little long. Brooklyn with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Shoots the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That's his first three of the night. Maybe something to build on. They
set the pick. Out to Barrett. To the middle. And finished off by Walker.
That's a great look by Barrett right there. A wing who continues to improve as a distributor.
Now, Hachimura. 13 points in the game. Count the basket.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Here's Barrett. The second chance effort. Rebound, Brooklyn. Outside, SGA. Over to the wing. And here is Hachimura. 15 points in the game.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
The three from Garland. Pass to Barrett. Fires for three. And Vukcevic pulls it down. The Nets on offense. They're on a 16-4 run. And here's Kennard. From outside the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Kennard's got 17 now.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Barrett. The putback. Here's Walker. Good work defensively by Hachimura. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. SGA looking it over. Big shot on the way. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Well, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
And the second free throw, good. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's an 18-point game. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Thomas. Amu Kelishvili. And that one is hammered home.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Pass to Shireman. Misses the three. Trailblazers trailed by 16. Now, here's Barrett. Back to Sexton. Nailed from three-point land. Sexton's got 10 points.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, "As a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters." Kevin, back over to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Back to SGA. 4 on the clock. Good on the shot.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Barrett, no good.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Siakam's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 15. Pass to Barrett. From downtown, Brooklyn with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Shireman. No scoring in this one. For three, Siakam. That shot, no good. And Portland has possession. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Mamukelashvili. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Mamukelashvili has got 6 in the quarter.
And during his time in the league, the assist numbers have steadily improved for Thomas.
Screen by Siakam. From deep, SGA sinks the triple. SGA's got 14 points now in the second half. Outside Thomas. Launches a three. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss.
Wow, this team really needs some scoring opportunities, but he can't get anything going this period.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. There's 57 seconds left in the third. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's Barrett on the wing. A three-pointer, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
Second free throw, no good. And so Garland will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 18. The open look here for Sexton. Hits the three-point bomb. Sexton's got 13 points. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From deep three-point land. And it's SGA missing.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
And stolen by Siakam. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Brooklyn Nets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter.
65.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Brooklyn leading by 15. Porter looking it over. Outside Williams. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And I like the way he's settled down here. I mean, after the sloppy first half, he's done a much better job taking care of the ball.
Trailblazers trail by 15. Outside, Walker fires from deep. A rebound by the Nets. They led by as many as 18 points. Inside, they double-team Siakam. And a wide-open look for Porter. And it's off from three-point range. Back to Garland. Sexton on the wing. Trailblazers moving the ball around. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Porter, no luck.
It's just not his night from the three. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we can do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
So good at getting his team involved. Garland has become a difference maker.
Nets leading by 11. Pass to Williams. Here's Shireman. 6 to shoot. Here is Porter. Hands it from downtown. And the Nets lead by 14.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
The shot by Sexton, no good. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Outside, Porter. Three-pointer. Walker with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 14. Pass to Sexton. Garland left side. To the paint. Rebound, Brooklyn. There's Porter with the three. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Outside Garland. Takes the three. It's good from long range. Garland's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Siakam outside. It's tipped. Outside, Walker. Pass to Watford. Walker, a screen. Back to Watford. No good on the three. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Brooklyn. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Siakam inside the three-point line. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
Now that one went in, but I don't think that's a shot they want to rely on.
Pass to Watford. And here's Sexton. The putback. Gets it out to Garland. Now, here's Sexton. Here's Watford. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout.
Timeout.
There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Jordi Fernandez was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out. Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it."
Allie, thank you so much. Porter outside. Here's Richard. And again, no good by Brooklyn. It's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Richard. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you appreciate the effort, but you have to stay disciplined. That's an easy call for the ref.
Order outside. Thomas grabs the rebound.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Spins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their system.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Trailblazers trailed by 11. Outside, Sexton. Outside, Robinson. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Goes up the baseline. And that one's good. Daniels. And the Nets lead by 13. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And they've taken advantage of the turnovers they've created, pushing it every chance they get. So much easier to score when you get early looks.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half. One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Shea has the ability to break down any defense on any given possession, and you're seeing that again tonight.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Outside Thomas. And stolen by Daniels. Down low. Hachimura with it. Now Thomas defending.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
Outside, Sexton. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Sexton, no good. SGA double team. To the middle. And stolen by Sexton. Stolen by Walker. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the right side. Launches it. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 9 points now in just the second half. Out to the wing. And Thomas has it in the corner. Over Daniels. Up again. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Plays it up and banks it in.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Kessler the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here is Hachimura. Just 5 to shoot. Missed on the 3. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. For the Trailblazers trail by 16. with it. And it misses. Now Porter. Porter double team. And that's good. Luke Kennard for three. Kennard's got 20.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Left side, Terry. Lets loose a three. And it misses. Nets leading by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Nets.
This is a game where defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of two that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he did a great job involving everyone in the offense, setting guys up for scores, and the assist total shows it.
Launches it. Hustles for the rebound and guides it back in. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Porter. And he banks the layup in.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks.